This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today. It is always very much appreciated. We're sticking to my own personal YouTube channel today. Not long now left until the Japanese 2000 Guineas this coming weekend. So we better get another horse on side ahead of the Japanese 2000 Guineas. More of that in a minute, but as I always like to start my videos, I would like to mention my Patreon channel quickly here in this video, Newman Racing. The Patreon is called. What do I make of it? Well, I think it's definitely worth checking out to see if it's for you. You know, there's some resources on there. You know, there's some resources you might find useful from time to time. Go on. It's also the place where the National Hunt Racing is mainly discussed now over on Patreon, and you will also see some of the reviewing going on over there as well. You know, every year we take a look at the horses. We try and get off some in order to make room for horses that are hopefully better. So they are always appearing on the Patreon as well. It's a bit of a mishmash, really. Plenty of free content. Plenty of paid content, and also opportunities to support me moving forward if that's what you're into. So yeah, head over to my Patreon, Newman Racing it's called, and see if it's for you. Right, before we take a look at the horse today, which is based and training in Japan, where can people find this year's Classic Watch? ClassicWatch26.great/site.net is where people will be able to find this year's edition of Classic Watch. Coming together quite nicely now. You'll see that there's a fourth arena on the site. Japanese trained horses. You know, the Roll of Honour coming together now as we add more horses to the Roll of Honour. Obviously, the more successful the Roll of Honour will look. That's just how it is. The site has already taken out 5 classics this season. Observer in Australia has won 2. Ole Dancer in Australia has won 1. Green Spaces has won 1 as well. Oh Hope He Wins has taken out the Australian Oaks and the New Zealand Oaks before we put her on the site. And Star and Ease took out the Japanese 1000 Guineas last week. So yeah, Classic Watch 26.great/site.net is definitely worth checking out. I think it is really a site that needs to be seen, I think. So without further ado, will this horse that we're going to take a look at now ever appear on Classic Watch? Let's check a look, shall we? Realize Sirius is the name of the horse. Realize Sirius is a colt sired by UK Guineas winner Poetic Flair out of a dam called Red Mirabelle, who herself was sired by Stay Gold. Realize Sirius is owned by Yosuke Imafuku and trained by Takahisa Tazuka, and the horse is bred by Shadai Farm. On the 14th of March 2023, people will take a look at the form of the horse. This horse has done very little wrong, it's fair to say, winning all bar 1 of his 4 starts. The horse managed to win on debut on the 15th of June 2025 at Tokyo over 1 mile. And then on his second start, the horse backed that up and came out and won the Group 3 Niigata Nisai Stakes, a race held on the 24th of August 2025. The horse then went to a 4th favourite for the Group 1 at the end of the year, the Asahi High Futurity Stakes, where the horse could only finish 5th on the day, beaten by Cavalarizo. And then the horse came out on his first 3-year-old start on the 15th of February 2026 and managed to secure his second Group 3 victory with a victory in the Tokino Minoru Kinen, a race held at Tokyo. So yeah, this horse has done very little wrong. 4 starts and 3 wins out of 4 starts for career earnings currently of 87.19 million yen in his career. I know some of you like to take a look at the horse on the Racing Post. Racing Post this time has actually found 3 runs of Realize Sirius. It's the best rating post rating is 102, which he gained when beating Bereshit by a head in his last run. He was also given 2 ratings of 101 when he won the Group 3 at Niigata and when he finished 5th behind Cavalarizo at Hanshin. So, yeah, the Racing Post only missed one of his races, even though they know that he's won it, but they've decided not to include it in the form. Akihide Samura, the jockey, he has ridden the horse on every one of his 4 starts. So rather on the opposite of some of the horses we looked at, this horse has never had the benefit of a foreign jockey riding him at all. So, yeah, Realize Sirius, 102. I think that form will probably give him a little bit to find, you see. He finished 4 3/4 of a length behind Cavalarizo, who I am hoping will line up in the same race. Be an interesting race to see how they go at Nakayama this Sunday. So, yeah, what we're going to do, usual fashion, we'll take a look at the horse now on the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database. You will see that it's all correct on there. 87,186,000 yen currently earned, and his 2 Group 3 victories at Niigata and Tokyo are also on the site, as is his next race, the Satsuki Show, Japanese 2,000 guineas. So that is right. What we're going to do in the usual fashion, we're going to take a look at, we're going to go back to the 5th or the 6th dam of this horse. We're going to try and pick up any horse that we find interesting along the way, and then we will watch the horse Realize Sirius win 3 times. We're going to watch it win on debut, and then we're going to watch it win 2 Group 3 races. The dam line for this horse that we're interested in this video is 13B, the dam line of Realize Sirius. So that is what we'll be looking at moving forward. So without further ado, let's get cracking, shall we? The dam of the horse, Red Mirabelle, a mare born in 2014, sired by Stay Gold, out of a French-bred mare called Danseuse d'Etoile, who herself was sired by Highest Honour. Red Mirabelle raced 13 times in her career. She only managed to win once and be second once. 2 out of 13 starts in the first 2, for career earnings of 7,850,000 Japanese yen in her career. Quite an unsuccessful first dam of the horse, it's fair to say. Trained by Tomohito Ozeki and bred by Shaddai Farm and owned by Tokyo Horse Racing Company Limited. But yeah, she is a pattern race producer, courtesy of her foal Realize Sirius. But yeah, not great on the track herself. A couple of horses that we need to look at now before we get to the second dam. We're going to look at Lelouch, a horse born in 2008, sired by Zeno Rob Roy, out of Danseuse d'Etoile. So this horse is a half-brother to the dam of our horse. Lelouch raced 22 times in his career, 6 wins, 3 seconds and 2 thirds. 11 out of 22 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of 189,351,000 Japanese yen. Decent horse, Lelouch. At 4, he managed to win the Group 2 Copa Republica Argentina. And the horse was also, at 5, placed in the Group 2 Meguru Kinen and the Grade 2 Copa Republica Argentina again. So, yeah, Group 2 winner, relating to a full brother to the dam of our horse, owned by Hidetoshi Yamamoto and bred by Shaddai Farm. Interesting horse, it's fair to say, that horse, Lelouch. The next one we're going to take a look at is Stage Presence, a horse born in 2007, sired by Agnes Tachyon, out of Danseuse d'Etoile. So again, another full brother to the dam of our horse. Stage Presence raced 49 times in his career, 6 wins, 5 seconds and 6 thirds. 17 out of 49 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of 53,676,000 Japanese yen. This horse went round a lot of times, and I know it is pattern class because the other site told me it was. I'm going to have to pause the video now because this site has gone wrong on this horse. So I'll be back shortly. Hello everybody and welcome back. Yeah, I had to find the horse on Net Kaiba. Stage Presence. People will see that if they have to go back to its 3rd run of its career, where the fourth run of its career, where the horse was placed. When sixth favourite, the horse was placed third in the 2010 Kisaragi show on its fourth start. It was pretty much all downhill from there, to be fair. Got bogged down a bit in allowance races. Won plenty of races, but it was more of a jump source, I think, in the end. But yeah, stage presence was placed in the Kisaragi show at 3. Another one we need to take a look at is Omega Home Run, a gelding born in 2009, sired by Daiwa Major, out of Danseurs d'Etoile. Omega Home Run raced 23 times in his career, 3 wins, 2 seconds and 2/3. 7 out of 23 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of 56,825,000 Japanese yen. Omega Home Run managed to win at 2 the listed Clover Show of 2011, a race held at Sapporo, and at 3 the horse finished third in that listed race, and at 3 the horse won the Junior Cup, a 3-year-old race in Japan held at Nakayama, horse bred by Shadai Farm and owned by Reiko Hara. We're now at the second dam of our horse, Danseurs d'Etoile. There she is there, look. Danseurs d'Etoile was born in 1999, sired by Highest Honour, out of a British bred mare called Latifolia, who herself was sired by Dancing Brave. Danseurs d'Etoile raced 14 times in her career, 1 win, 4 seconds and 1/3. 6 out of 14 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of €175,835 in her career. She was actually Group 1 placed as a 2-year-old, placed in the Group 1 Prix-Marcel Boussac of 2001. She was also placed in another 2 French listed races, the Prix Yakoleth at Saint Cloud at 2, and the Prix Isola Bella over 7 furlongs at Maison Lafitte at 3. She raced in France, and then she became a broodmare in Japan, a horse bred by Eric Puerari and Harastek Puccins, owned by Sir Michael Fay and then Teruya Yoshida. So yeah, we've got a Group 1 placed second dam of Realize Sirius, although the first dam didn't really do that much on the track. Safe to say the second dam did okay. On now to the third dam of the horse, Latifolia, a mare born in 1991, sired by Dancing Brave, out of a dam called Last Comer, a USA bred mare who was sired by Chris. Latifolia only raced twice on the track, but she was placed third in both starts for career earnings of £1,048 UK pounds. Failing to get her head in front, but she did run 2 solid races in maiden company. She raced in France, and then she was raced in England and sent to France. The horse bred by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and owned by Saeed Abdullah Humaid. Yeah, not much luck on the track with her, though, it's fair to say. Latifolia. But I did find a couple of horses that were related until we got to the next dam. Marble Maiden is a mare born in 1989, sired by Lead On Time, out of Last Comer. So this is a half-sister to the third dam of our horse. Marble Maiden raced 12 times in her career, 5 wins and 4 seconds, 9 out of 12 starts in the first 2, for career earnings of $403,151 US dollars in her career. Interesting horse, Marble Maiden. You'll see there she did quite well. She actually won the Group 2 all-along stakes in America, and she also won the Group 3 Prix de Sandringham in France, and the Group 3 Buena Vista Handicap in the States, and the Prix de Bagatelle in France. She was also second in 3 more French pattern races, 1 at Group 3 level and 2 at listed. But yeah, her best form was in America, although she did win the Sandringham in France. She raced in the France and the US, sent to the UAE and then Ireland. The horse bred by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. And yeah, Marble Maiden, safe to say she had a fair career on the track, Group 2 winner. Another one I found was our old mate Sheikh Zayed Road. I remember this one going round. Sheikh Zayed Road was a gelding born in 2009, sired by Jubawi, out of an Irish bred mare called Royal Secret, People will see that Marble Maiden is actually the second dam of this horse, and Last Comer the third dam. Sheikh Zayed Road raced 49 times in his career, 11 wins, 6 seconds and 13 thirds. 30 out of 49 starts in the first three, for career earnings of £1,296,426 British pounds. The horse raced in Great Britain, the UAE and Canada mainly. Interesting horse to a high level at 4. The horse was already placed in 2 listed races, the Wolferton Handicap and the Group 3 Glorious Stakes at Goodwood, before making his debut breakthrough at 5, when the horse won the Group 1 Northern Dancer Turf Stakes of 2014. The horse also won the Group 2 York Stakes and the listed Fred Archer Stakes. And at 6, the horse was placed again in another Group 1 race, the Canadian International. At 7, the horse won some more pattern races. The horse won the Group 2 British Champions Long Distance Cup. He also won the Group 3 Nadal Sheba Trophy and the Group 3 Doncaster Cup at 7 in 2016. Horse was also third in the Group 1 Ascot Gold Cup and what is now Group 1 Goodwood Gold Cup. At 8, the horse was placed third in the Doncaster Cup, the Dubai Gold Cup and the Nadal Sheba Trophy. And at 9 again, the horse still going round in good style, placed in the Dubai Gold Cup, the Rose Bowl Stakes, a listed race in the UK, third in the Doncaster Cup, and again placed in the Nadal Sheba Trophy. So yeah, this horse was a Group 1 winner at its best in the Canadian International, in the Canadian International, but it did win the Northern Dancer Turf Stakes of 2014, a Group 1 winner, but it's won countless Group 2s. It's won two Group 2s and 3 Group 3s, 2 Group 3s, and a listed race as well. So the horse has done very well indeed. Best year was probably at 7, even though it didn't win a Group 1 that race year. It won a Group 2 and 2 Group 3 races. Horse bred by Rubber Bloodstock Limited and owned by Mohammed Jaber. We're time to look at another dam now. Realize Sirius, the 4th dam of the horse, Last Comer. Was a mare born in 1983, sired by Chris, out of an American-bred dam called Hatter's Dream, who herself was sired by the legendary Buck Passer. Last Comer raced 10 times in her career, 4 wins and 4 seconds, 8 out of 10 starts in the first 2, for career earnings of $40,260 in her career. Last Comer at 3 managed to win 2 Italian listed races, the Premio Montalciata and the Premio Giovanni Falk, and she was also second in the Group 3 Premio Roma Vecchia. So yeah, Group 3 placed dual listed winner in Italy, the 4th dam of our horse, bred by Aston Upthorpe Stud, in Kentucky. And as we know, through looking at some of the horses, a black type producer. So we've got, out of the first 4 dams, we've got the first 2. The second dam was Group 1 placed, and the 4th dam was a Group 3 placed dual listed winner. Very interesting this dam line is, I think. It gets more interesting the further you go back, it's fair to say. We're going to take a look now at the 5th dam of the horse, Hatter's Dream. A mare born in 1971, sired by Buck Passer out of Gladrags, an Irish-bred mare who was sired by High Hat. Hatter's Dream raced 5 times in her career, managed to win once, but she only earned $2,859 in her career. Hatter's Dream was a winner in England. She was sent to South Africa in 1984 before sadly dying in 1992, bred by Hickory Tree Farm. Yeah, interesting line. Like I said, it's now going to get a bit more interesting, because when you get back to the 6th dam, really, that it kicks off a bit. Goritas. I had a good chat with someone about this horse the other day. Goritas, a horse born in 1980, sired by Nijinsky out of Gladrags. So Gladrags is the dam of this horse herself. Goritas raced 8 times in his career, 2 wins and 3 seconds, 5 out of 8 starts in the first 2, for career earnings of $101,538 in his career. Goritas was a horse that they said was doped in the Dewhurst of 1982. Before that, the horse had won the Group 2 Champagne Stakes that year, and the horse had also won the Acon Stakes. Horse was fourth in the Group 2 Bougainvillea Handicap, final start of her career. I think that race is held in America. He was also second, in the Royal Palm Handicap. At 2, the horse was sent to Great Britain, entered stud in Ireland, and the horse at 8 was sent to Japan, before sadly dying in 1996. Owned and bred by Hickory Tree Farm and owned by Hickory Tree Stable. This horse was famous. It really was doped, apparently they were saying. I had a good chat, like I said. Didn't really know much about it, the horse. But what I could find out through Arian is the horse did go to stud at some point. Through this sire here, on SBN, people can see that Garitas is actually on here. He is the dam sire of the second dam of the horse. So people can see that Garitas foaled 494 foals, 375 of them ran, 219 of them won, and the horse Garitas sired 8 stakes winners in his stallion career. So yeah, under 10 stakes winners, but what an eventful life the horse has. And it could have easily been a Group 1 Dewhurst winner, winning 2-year-old, if the stories are to be believed. The next one we're going to take a look at is Terpsichorist, a mare born in 1975, sired by Nijinsky again, out of Glad Rags. So this dam is a full sister to the horse we just looked at. The name of we just looked at the horse, Guritas. Terpsichorist raced 28 times in her career, 11 wins, 5 seconds and 4 thirds. 20 out of 28 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $426,986 American dollars. She did very well. She certainly padded this line out very well. People see the form. Terpsichorist, she won the Group 3 Long Island Handicap of 1978. She was also placed third in the Gazelle Handicap the same year. At 4, she won the Group 2 Sheepshead Bay Handicap. She was placed again in the Long Island Handicap and the Orchid Handicap. And she was placed third also in the Grade 2 Diana Handicap. Very good horse, Group 2 and Group 3 winner, and bred by Hickory Tree Farm and owned by Alice DuPont Mills. Last raced in 1979 at Aqueduct. She's the dam of that horse. That's not a horse that we've got open, funnily enough. Let's just pause the video again and see how good that horse is, shall we? Marry Me Do. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, very durable horse. Look, Mary Do. Raced 74 times in his career, winning 19, finishing 12 and 8 seconds. 39 of 74 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $368,597 US dollars. Another one bred by Hickory Tree Farm. The horse at its best was placed third in the Group 3 Maryland Handicap, but it's won plenty of those American stakes races. There's so many of them that if you get bogged down in them, we could have opened up another 40 horses on this tab. But yeah, this horse was at best Group 3 placed, Marry Me Do, in 74 starts. Another one bred by Hickory Tree Farm. Union Rags, a horse born in 2009, sired by Dixie Union, out of Tempo. People will see that Terpsichorist is the second dam of this horse, and Tempo, sired by Gone West, is the sire of Union Rags. Union Rags raced 8 times in his career, 5 wins, a second and a third, 7 out of 8 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $1,798,800 US dollars. Starting to see the power of this line a little bit now. Stakes winner, 2012 winner of the Belmont Stakes out in America. The horse was also a Group 1 winner of the Champagne Stakes at 2 in 2011. The horse also won the Group 2 Saratoga Special Stakes and the Group 2 Fountain of Youth Stakes, placed in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and the Florida Derby. He was at stud at Lane's End, Versailles. His 2026 fee is $10,000. The horse still standing quite well. The horse bred by Phyllis N. Wyeth and owned by Lane's End, as we said. Through Arian, obviously, we can take a look how that's going, the stallion career of Union Rags. You'll see there, I'll go on about Terpsichorist here. Look. Got all these listed winners that I could have included, just getting bogged down in American Stakes race winners. There was way too many of those races. Union Rags in his career has had a reasonable stallion career, it's fair to say. He sired 7 crops over 100 in his career. Overall, Union Rags have sired 1,089 foals. 875 of them have ran. 542 between them have won 1,470 races. The horse has sired 39 stakes winners, who between them have sired 67 stakes races. And the horse has also sired 18 individual graded winners, who between them have sired 36 graded race victories. So, yeah, this stallion is not bad at all. 39 individual stakes winners, beating the 8 by Goritas and the best on the line so far. You'll see at 2, 3 and 4, people seem to have a chance, don't they? And with Colts and fillies, people also seem to have a chance. Regarding distances, you're looking at just over a mile, where 28 of the stakes winners have come, and between 6 and 7 furlongs, where another 22 have come. So despite being a classic winner, the horse hasn't really produced many classic runners, has he? It's fair to say. 764 horses by Union Rags have gone round in the USA, 40 in Canada, and nowhere else has seen 20 go round in his career. But he's also sired stakes winners in Canada and Peru. But yeah, this horse is quite interesting. And Panama, sorry, down the bottom. I missed that one. Interesting stallion. It's fair to say. So I had one in France as well, stakes winner. Interesting stallion. Best progeny, Paradise Woods, winner of the Group 1 Santa Anita Oaks. Express Train won the Santa Anita Handicap. Power Squeeze won the Group 1 Alabama Stakes. Union Strike won the Group 1 Debutante Stakes. Free Drop Billy, oh yeah, Hawkbill's her half brother. That one, the Grade 1 Keeneland Breeders' Futurity. Dancing Rags won the Keeneland Alcibiades Stakes. And then we're down to the Group 2 winners. So this horse has sired 6 individual Group 1 winners at the top level. Union Rags done quite well, it's fair to say. Like I said, Glad Rags the third dam, Terpsichorist the second dam. Got to look at another stallion now. Declaration of War, a horse born in 2009, sired by Warfront, out of a USA-bred mare called Tempo West, who was foaled in 1999. You'll see there that Tempo, the dam of Union Rags, is the second dam of this horse, and Terpsichorist is the third dam. This is the sort of stuff I'd like to have seen throughout the pedigree, really. Group 1 winners there, Terpsichorist, breeding good horses, and dams of good horses breeding good horses. Declaration of War raced 13 times in his career, 7 wins, a second and 2 thirds. 10 of 13 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $1,847,489 US dollars, in his career. This was a good horse, Coolmore horse it was. It bred by Joseph Allen. The horse at 3 won the Group 3 Desmond Stakes of 2012. But it was at 4 when the horse kicked on really as an older horse, winning 2 Group 1 races. The horse won the Queen Anne at Royal Ascot and the Juddmonte International the same year, over 8 furlongs and 10 furlongs. The horse also won the listed Heritage Stakes out in Ireland, 2nd in the Coral Eclipse and 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Classic and the Sussex. The horse entered stud in 2014 at Coolmore, who was shuttling around to Coolmore in Australia before moving in 2019 to Shizunai Stallion Station in Japan. So yeah, Ireland, Australia and Japan, this horse has covered plenty of ground as a stallion, and people can see that he is still available for a fee of 2,300,000 Japanese yen as of 2026 at the Shinzunai Stallion Station, like they said. Very interesting horse this was. The stud record is solid again, rather like the last one that we looked at. 3 crops sired of over 100, but he's holding his numbers quite well. Look, he's sired over 80 in 4 of the last 5 years. Doing well. Fair to say, Declaration of War has sired 1,127 foals. 864 of them have ran. And between them, 599 horses have won 1,836 races. The horse has sired 53 individual stakes winners, who between them have won 116 stakes races. And the horse has also sired 30 individual graded race winners, who between them have won 52 graded races. So, yeah, this horse has done pretty well, hasn't it? It's fair to say. Sired with 53 individual stakes winners, a new leader on the dam line. And again, at 2, 3 and 4, people look to have a chance. Although this one is marketably favouring the Colts above the fillies. Look, 40 graded winners by the Colts, and 12 by the fillies. You know, this horse is a Colts horse, isn't it? And the earnings are double as well. Regarding the distances, this one seems a bit more versatile regarding distances than Union Rags, doesn't it? Under 5 furlongs, you're probably struggling. Under 5 furlongs and under, the horse has never sired a pattern race winner over 5 furlongs. But yeah, any distance you seem to be looking at, although 38 of his stakes wins have come between 1,600 and 1,800 metres. The horse, I think, has sired quite well in a variety of places, it's fair to say. And his numbers reflect that. 262 have gone round in the USA, 315 have gone round in Japan, 107 have gone round in Australia, 92 have gone round in Britain, 28 Canada, 28 in France, 33 in Ireland, and 15 in Italy. This is a global stallion, really, with over 20 runners representing it in a variety of places. You know, good horse, declaration of war, and a good stallion as well, it's fair to say. Take a look at his progeny, sired Gufo, winner of the Saratoga Sword Dancer Stakes, won that race twice, and the Belmont Derby. Vow and Declare, people might remember that one winning the Melbourne Cup. Warning, people might remember that one winning the Victoria Derby. So this also sired classic winners. Decorated Invader, Group 1 winner of the Woodbine Summer Stakes, horse we looked at the other day, actually. Olmedo, French Guineas winner. Fire at Will, another horse we looked at the other day, Group 1 winner of the Breeders' Cup Turf. I think we looked at it the other day, I'm pretty sure we did. Winning Ways sired the winner of the Queensland Oaks. So this horse is siring good trips, and then we're down to the winner of the Group 2. Woodbine the Arctic States, big invasion. But yeah, this horse has done quite well, it's fair to say, and has had a good career both on the track and off it. Declaration of War. We've got another one to look at, believe it or not. War Correspondent. A horse born in 2010, sired by Warfront again, out of Tempo West. So this horse is a full brother to the horse we've just looked at. Declaration of War. War Correspondent raced 16 times in his career, 5 wins, 2 seconds and 5 thirds. 12 out of 16 starts in the first 3. For career earnings of $351,987 US dollars in his career. Doesn't look the same quality as the last 2 horses, does he? And I think his form reflects that. At 5, the horse won the Group 3 Appleton Stakes of 2015. And at 7, the horse won the Group 3 Miami Mile Stakes of 2017. The horse was placed in the Gulfstream Park Turf Handicap at the same year, and also placed in the Group 2 Autumn Stakes at Woodbine. So yeah, Group 1 and Group 2 placed, dual Group 3 winner. And the horse did go to stud at Churchill Downs at Calumet Farm, transferred in 2023 to the Jockey Club of Turkey. War Correspondent. And he's still standing there now in Turkey, 2026 fee, POA. But yeah, an interesting horse, it's fair to say. War Correspondent hasn't proved as popular as his 2 illustrious brothers, it's fair to say. Only 73 foals have been foaled in 5 years, 27, the biggest crop. Shouldn't laugh, really. They have had a go, but this horse deserves more mares than that, I think it's fair to say. 73 foals, 44 have ran, and between them, 29 winners have won 76 races in the horse's career. No stakes winners at all in anywhere at 2, 3 or 4. Where are you getting the winners? This one seems to be more of a sprinter. 49 of its winners have come under a mile. So it just goes to show you never know what you're going to get. 26 have gone round in the USA and 13 have gone round in Turkey. So the stallion this time, sadly, War Correspondent, is looking to be what he is at this stage. Still a few more to look at. Satan's Quick Chick was an interesting mare I found. A mare born in 2006, sired by Sky Mesa. out of Dancing Devilet, is that? Dancing Devilet, yeah, that's right. She was a mare born in 1987 and sired by Devil's Bag. You'll see that Terpsichorist is the second dam of this mare. Satan's Quick Chick raced 21 times in her career, 5 wins, 4 seconds and 4 thirds. 13 out of 21 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $436,890 US. Satan's Quick Chick was a good horse. At 3, she won the Group 2 Raven Run Stakes of 2009. She was also placed in the Ladies' Secret Stakes, a Group 1 of 2010. And she was also placed in the Group 1 Beldame Invitational Stakes, that's at 5, in 2011. So, yeah, dual Group 1 placed, Group 2 winner. Satan's Quick Chick, she sadly died in 2014. Sadly, bred by Hargus and Sandra Sexton and owned by Jerry Jamgothian. I'm going to say that is actually. The next one we need to take a look at is Patella. Patella is a mare born in 1995, sired by Jade Hunter out of Dancing Devilet again. So this is a half-sister to the horse we just looked at. Patella raced 28 times in her career, 7 wins, 8 seconds and 2 thirds, 17 out of 28 starts in the first 3, excuse me, for career earnings of $459,622 US in her career. Good horse, Patella. She managed to win the Group 3 Cardinal Handicap of 1998, as well as winning 2 listed races. And she was also placed 3rd in the Group 2 Garden City Breeders' Cup Handicap the same year, and the Jenny Wiley Stakes. So, yeah, Group 2 placed, Group 3 and dual listed winner. The horse bred by Hickory Tree Farm and owned by Bruce Barton and Alvin D. Haynes. And that horse actually bred a stallion, believe it or not, Angliana. A horse born in 2002, sired by Giants Causeway out of Pratella. So Terpsichore is now the 4th dam of this horse. Angliana raced 31 times in his career, 5 wins, 9 seconds and 6 thirds. 20 of 31 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $391,132 US in his career. At his best, Angliana was placed in a couple of Group 3 races and a Group 2 race, placed 3rd in the Group 2 Brooklyn Handicap at 6 in 2008. Also placed in the Excelsior Handicap the same year and placed in 2 Aqueduct Handicaps at 4 and 5, the Red Smith Handicap Group 3 and the Aqueduct Handicap Group 3. So, yeah, Group 2 and Triple Group 3 place horse. The horse did manage to win one of those American stakes listed races, but there's so many of them, people can get bogged down in them as well, as I've said. Stud career did 3 years at Texas and then transferred in 2014 to Libya, where I think the horse stood. I couldn't find any record of the horse standing to any great success in either Texas or Libya, but he was a certified stallion on JBIS, just no decent progeny from the horse that I could find. Next one that I could find was a Colonial Affair. Colonial Affair was a horse born in 1990, sired by Pleasant Colony out of Snuggle, a 1985 bred mare. You'll see now that we're down to Glad Rags herself now. So we're finished on the Terpsichorist horses after all that. Glad Rags herself is the 3rd dam of this horse, between 2 new dams, Mirthful Flirt and Snuggle. Colonial Affair raced 20 times in his career, 7 wins, 4 seconds and 3 thirds. 14 out of 20 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $1,635,228 US. Good horse, Colonial Affair, and a classic winner of the 1993 Belmont Stakes. The horse also won the Group 1 Jockey Club Gold Cup and the Group 1 Whitney Handicap and the Group 1 Excelsior Handicap in 1994. The horse was also placed in the Jockey Club Gold Cup, the Peter Pan Stakes and the Jim Dandy Stakes. He was 3rd in as well. 3rd in the Woodward at 4. Proper classic races that horse ran in. Horse last raced at Belmont Park, entered stud in 1995 at Gainesway. In 2000, the horse moved to Japan. In 2003, the horse moved to Harras El Paraiso in Argentina. Sadly pensioned in 2013, where he sadly died in his box at Harras El Paraiso. So yeah, Belmont, Kentucky, Japan, Argentina. You know, a fairly global stallion as well. I maybe should have looked harder for this one on Arian. I did find it on JBIS. So let's pause the video quickly and see if I can find the horse on Arian. We'll get exact number then of numbers foaled and stakes winners, etc. Hello everybody and welcome back. Yeah, no luck at all, so we'll have to go to the JBIS page of Colonial Affair where people can sell that this horse sired some good horses. It sired the winner of the Group 2 Clark Handicap, and it also sired 3 individual Group 3 winners as well. Arlington Matron Handicap, the Dominion Day Handicap, and the Queen's County Handicap. Also sired a few listed winners as well at some point in his career, and then we are down to the stakes races. Sired a Group 1 place horse there in the 2002 Go for One Handicap, a horse called Two Scarlet. But yeah, I couldn't find any record of exactly how many horses this sired stakes winners, but we know from looking at this, the horse sired at least 9 individual listed winners and 1 Group 2 and 1 Group listed winner and above. 9 individual stakes winners, and that's not including all those stakes races in America as well that do count. Yeah, Colonial Affair, decent horse and a decent stallion, sired a Group 2 winner at its best. Sudan, an interesting horse, a horse born in 2003, sired by Pensa Celebra out of a dam called Sura Bandi, who herself was born in 1998 and sired by Woodman. People will see, where are we at this one? Better Begin is the 5th dam, and Glad Rags is all the way back, the 6th dam of this horse. We're starting now to push boundaries, I think. Sudan is a horse that raced 16 times in his career, 3 wins, 2 seconds and 4 thirds, 9 out of 16 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $476,323 UK dollars in his career, US dollars, sorry, in his career. Sudan managed to win the 2007 Gran Premio di Milan, Italian Group 1 winner. The horse is also a Group 3 winner in France and the US, the Prix de Nice in France, and the Golden Gate Fields Turf Stakes out in America. The horse trained by Bobby Frankel. It's saying here that stood at Harras El Sheikh in Chile. I couldn't find any record of JBIS even recognising this horse as a stallion or the other place, Arian. The horse bred by Dayton Investments Limited and owned by Gary Tanaka. The horse was also placed 3rd in the Group 1 Grand Prix de Paris and 3rd in the Prix Niel as well, as winning the Italian Group 1 in 2007. Interesting horse, Sudan. Samay, another interesting horse I found, a mare, born in 2018, sired by Power World, out of a Peruvian mare called Punta Chana, who was born in 2006. People see this one should have been in the other section because Terpsichorus is actually the 4th dam of this horse, and Glad Rags is the 5th dam. Samay raced 16 times in her career, 10 wins, a 2nd and a 3rd. 12 out of 16 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $67,514 US dollars in her career. People see there Samay, Group 1 winner in Peru, winning the 2023 Clásico Pamplona. She also won the Group 3 Clásico República Argentina and was placed 2nd in the Group 1 Clásico Pamplona the year before she won it as well at Monterrico, all those races. So yeah, Group 1 winner, horse bred by Harras Gina Santa Rosa and owned by Stud Wall Street on the track. Horse was exported to the USA in 2023. Yeah, she had a pretty good career, didn't she? It's fair to say. It's a very interesting horse, Samay. The next one I'm going to take a look at is Ball Dancing, a mare born in 2011, sired by Exchange Rate out of Ballgown, a USA-bred mare born in 1994. And rather like the Glad Rags is the 3rd dam of this horse, through 2 different dams, Dancing Rags and Ballgown. Ball Dancing raced 14 times in her career, 4 wins and 3 seconds. 7 out of 14 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of $731,831 US dollars in her career. Good horse, Ball Dancing. She managed to win at 4 the Group 1 Jenny Wiley Stakes of 2015. She also won the Sands Point Stakes the year before in a Group 2 race in 2014. She won the Prix de la Seine in France, second in the Group 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup, and the Prix de Royaumont in France, and also placed in the Group 3 Hillsborough Stakes in America. So this horse won quite well in France and the US. Horse bred by Kurt Wyckoff and Debbie Wyckoff, and owned by W.S. Farish and F. Steve Mooney. Interesting horse. Group 1, Group 2 winner. Had a good career, Ball Dancing. The next one we're going to take a look at is Prince of Birds. A horse born in 1985, sired by Stormbird out of Special Key, an American-bred mare born in 1975 and sired by Key to the Mint. People will see that Gladrags is also the third dam of this horse, and Better Beginner, one we've looked before, is the second dam. Interesting horse, Prince of Birds, 4 starts and 3 victories for career earnings of $254,897 US dollars in his career. Another classic winner, believe it or not. Prince of Birds won the 1988 Irish 2000 Guineas, and the horse also won the Group 3 Tetrarch Stakes out in Ireland. The horse bred by Dr. Joe Miller and Howard L. Bedder and 3 Farms. Champion miler in Ireland in 1988. Doesn't even mention anything about a stud or a stallion career there, but luckily JBIS is there to save us. This horse actually went to stud in Japan. Horse side the winner of the Group 2 Fuji TV show Spring Stakes, Multimax, born in the year 1990. Also side the winner of the South India Oaks and the Duty Time Trophy. So this horse has side some interesting horses there. The Kakura Super Jump Grade 3 Jumps Race winner as well. But yeah, plenty of Japanese efforts there. So this horse actually we might be able to find a little bit more out of him if we click on the JBIS tab. We might be able to look at some statistics if it eventually decides to load. You know, a slow, painful load we're experiencing here, unfortunately. Now, the internet is still saying that it's okay, but this is a slow, arduous site load, isn't it, that I'm having to talk through. You know, here it is. Hooray! That's what OBS, it's not perfect. It doesn't slow down load speeds for websites when you're recording in it, OBS. Prince of Birds, you'll see, he sired some crops of around 50 horses out in Japan. He sired 126 winners out of 222 starters. Horse sired 37 2-year-old winners, but another one out there below 0.70 in his career. Although he did have 1 year of 1.19, the 1991 crop. You'll see by racing horse 0.8 overall, but again, there was a couple of 3 years where the horse was over 1.1 in his career. No 2-year-old winner sired after 1999. I wonder if the horse moved after that. But you'll see there the horse has sired plenty of horses. You know, 222 and started 4,733 races in Japan. So yeah, this was a classic winner in Ireland. We do know it's sired at least a Group 2 winner out in Japan, Prince of Birds. Now, before we look at the historical line, we're back to Gladrags herself. The 6th dam of our horse, Realize Sirius, this is. Let's forget Gladrags. You see there, Hatter's Dream is the 5th dam, born in 1971, and Gladrags, the 6th dam, born in 1963. Gladrags was sired by High Hat out of an Irish mare called Dryad, who was born in 1950 and sired by Panorama. Gladrags raced 7 times in her career, 3 wins and 2 thirds, 5 out of 7 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of £41,045 UK pounds in her career. Gladrags, classic winner of the Irish 1,000 Guineas the year England won the World Cup in 1966. Horse was also placed the same year in the Coronation Stakes at Royal Ascot. At 2, the horse won what is now the Railway Stakes of 1965, and the horse was 3rd in what is now the Group 1 Royal Lodge Stakes of 1965. Irish champion 2-year-old filly. She was sent to Virginia in 1966 for breeding purposes. And as we know, she is the dam of Gary Goritus and Terpsy Cordist. You know, so pretty much Captain D. Rogers bred Hickory Tree Farm owned horse. It saved the line really going back this far because I wasn't struggling to find decent horses, but once I found the 3 Stallions, Declaration of War, Union Rags and that, we got the impression, a much better impression of the ceiling of our horse, Realize Sirius. Take a look at it quickly through bloodlines.net. People still having to go back, unfortunately, through the Wayback Machine on this tab, and you'll see that our section is fairly easily defined through the 1966 winner of the Great British 1,000 Guineas, sorry, not the Irish 1,000 Guineas, 1966. And then you've got Prince of Bird, you see the Irish 2,000 Guineas winner, a couple of Danish and Czech and Slovakian Derby winners there, but if you're needing them to make your case, I think you're struggling for a horse. And there's the 2 Belmont winners as well, Colonial Affair and Union Rags, sitting down below Mythful Flirt and Terpsy Chorist, respectively. But yeah, this is our section really. We're at Last Comer and Temi Rankov, the Derby winner of Czech Republic, is actually quite closely related to our horse. But we didn't use it because it's not really a theatre that I tend to use much. But yeah, this is a very interesting horse. You've seen the 3 Stallions. Back to it on 13B in a more current date. Is this horse here, Realize Sirius, a pattern quality horse? Well, you'll see the horse is actually entered in the Japanese 2,000 Guineas this coming weekend, which is a good start. And you can't deny that this dual Group 3 winner deserves his place in the field. What is his ceiling, though? He's been beaten in a Group 1 race, but he has won 2 Group 3 races. So that was the only time the horse has encountered genuine soft ground in the futurity. This one looks a bit more versatile regarding ground than some we've looked at in Japan. It's raced on 3 varieties of ground, good, soft and good to soft, which the ones we've looked at in the past week, I think that is fairly unusual. But yeah, it's hard to dispute that Realize Sirius does deserve his Classic Watch 26 possible video, isn't it? It's fair to say. And if the horse was to run in the Satsuki show, the Japanese 2,000 Guineas this coming weekend, then there is probably a good chance you'll see the horse on a Classic Watch 26. Now there is all to do is close some tabs down to save on some CPU and watch the horse Realize Sirius win 3 times. So that is what we will do now. Close tabs down to save on some CPU. Like I said, we're going to watch this horse Realize Sirius win 3 times because the horse has won on debut. So we will go back now to the 15th of June 2025 and a debut race held at Tokyo over 1 mile on good to soft ground, where Realize Sirius managed to win in good style to break his maiden tag at the first time of asking, which things really, when that happens, can't go any better. For me personally, that is exactly what I like to see happen. So without further ado, let's take a look at the maiden win, the debut win of Realize Sirius, and see what we think.
第5レース、さあゲートインが終わってスタートしました。少しバラッとしたスタート。8番サトノワーグナーは後方。まず出ていくのは5番のレアライズシリウス。リードは体半分先頭。2番手7番ミスター N。3番手の集団に3番ユマハム。外は並んで10番のヘイマー。馬群の中6番のテイクザスローン。3頭広がってあとは2馬身後方。外を通って9番カムアップローゼス。内は4番ハードシングス。2馬身後方に盛り返していった8番サトノワーグナー。あとは2番モリーンビクタス。最後方に1番ホーリーデーの展開。3コーナーを回っていきます。最初の600メートルは36秒ぐらいで通過。3コーナーから4コーナー。前は5番のリアライズシリウス。リード2馬身で先頭。2番手は7番のミスター N。3番手は10番のヘイマー。3、4コーナー中間。4番手のインコース。3番のユマハム。その外には9番カムアップローゼス。固まっていってさあ残り600メーター4コーナーカーブ。 ほぼ一段で最後の直線に向かっていきます。前は粘っている5番のレライズシリウス、リードは2馬身先頭、残り 400m を迎えます。坂を上がっていく、さあ突き放していった。2番手は9番カムアプローゼス、内3番のユマハム、そして外は8番のサトノワーグナー接近するが、先頭は5番のリアライズシリウス、4馬身から5馬身リードを取って残り 200m、 2番手は9番カムアプローゼス、内から4番のハードシングスが3番手から2番手を伺っている。8番のサトノワーグナー4番手、先頭5番のリアライズシリウス合理、2着は9番のカムアプローゼス、3着4番のハードシングス。
Wow. Not many horses got into that race, did they? It's fair to say. What a scintillating performance by Realize Sirius that was to land that debut race. Broke very smartly, travelled beautifully, never saw another horse in the race. A beautiful start to finish debut victory. Doesn't really get any better than that when you're looking to identify a very good horse. That was a very good performance, wasn't it? It's fair to say. And exactly what people would be entitled to look for first time out. Couldn't fault it at all. Very good performance first time out. Let's head now to the second start, which came 2 months or so later, on the 24th of August 2025, this time at Niigata, to contest the Group 3 Niigata Nisai Stakes. Again, ridden by Akihide Samura, like he has been, like I said, for all 4 of his starts. This time, the horse encountered genuine good ground and the same mile that he raced at on debut. You'll see there that the horse managed to win quite well again. Let's take a look at the race in running now in the Niigata Nisai Stakes, and we should be able to see what we think. Again, though, it's another one like before where I have to find the race, and then we can take a look at it. Seems to be performing quite well, doesn't it, today so far? So let's watch the Group 3 Niigata Nisai Stakes now and see what we think.
ゆっくりとゲートに収まって体勢完了、スタートしました。9番リアライズシリウス後方です。好スタートは6番のフォトンゲイザー、まずは飛び出してリードを1馬身、2番手は固まって外からスーッと10番大勢フレッサ、そして後方から押し上げていく9番リアライズシリウス、今2番手のストに並びました。3番手のインからは2番のリネン大輪、さらには3番の大勢防具、後位の直後、外には5番のヒルデグリムがそれに迫っていって、それから1馬身8番サンアントワーヌが行きました。それから1馬身差インコースに1番のメーゼ、外には7番のサノノグレーター、間から4番のフェスティバルヒルがわずかに最後方 600m35 秒7で通過、外回りの 3,4 コーナー中間へ。花に立ったのは6番のフォトンゲイザー、リードを2馬身、2番手に9番のリアライズシリウスが上がりました。残り800を通過、その後ろは2馬身差2番のリネン大輪、10番の大勢フレッサで第4コーナーをカーブ直線へ。さあ逃げる6番のフォトンゲイザー、3馬身リードを広げて2番手に9番リアライズシリウスが600を切って前に迫っていきます。その後ろは少し離れて2番のリネン大輪が3番手、3番の大勢防具、10番の大勢フレッサと横に広がって、その後ろから5番のヒルデグリム、さらに大外からは8番のサンアントワーンと一番外から7番のサノノグレーター。さああと300と少々、先頭9番のリアライズシリウスが抜け出した。馬場の真ん中先頭です。そしてそれを追って3番の大勢防具、さらには10番の大勢フレッサ、2頭が連れて追い込んでくる。大外には8番のサンアントワーヌ、先頭は9番のリアライズシリウス、ゴールイン圧勝です。2番手争いは2頭接戦、4番のフェスティバルヒルと3番の大勢防具、この2頭の2着争いとなりました。
Again, not many horses got into that race again, did they? You know, this horse, Realize Sirius, does seem incredibly uncomplicated, doesn't he? You know, a 4-length stroll there over the second place, Taizé Vogue, the filly, to land his first pattern race, the Group 3 Niigata Nisai Stakes, on only his second start. Classic Watch 26 possible. Festival Hill was actually third in that race behind Realize Sirius. I don't know if there's any more lined up on that day that we're with, no. But yeah, Festival Hill well beaten in last week's Japanese 1,000 guineas, related to last year's Japanese 2,000 guineas winner, Museum Mile. So yeah, Realize Sirius, that you have to say that was a very good performance. You know, the horse came through at the end and dominated the race, it's fair to say, to secure the victory. It's fair to say, very good performance on the day. That wasn't his last 3-year-old start, though. The horse did turn up in the Group 1 Asahi High Futurity Stakes, one of the big 3 Japanese Group 1 races at the end of the season, where the horse went off 4th favourite at a mile and could only finish 5th on the day, beaten by Classic Watch 26 Possible Cavalarizo over a mile on soft ground. But it was then when the horse was put away then for a while and then came back 3 months later for his first run as a 3-year-old on the 15th of February 2026. And again, the horse was contesting the Group 3 Tokino Minoru Kinen, also known as the Kyoto News High. Again, back at the scene of his debut victory, Tokyo. So this again was another good performance. It's fair to say it's a second Group 3 victory that we're going to look at for Realize Sirius. Again, I've just got to work the magic, and hopefully, again, we've been quite lucky with it so far in the 3 switches. This time, this one will be the final race we look at in the video, and hopefully our luck will continue, and it has done. So let's take a look now at the Group 3 Kyoto News High and see what we think.
今年も楽しみなメンバーが揃いました。2コーナーの枠入り、里のバンクルが収まって終わります。スタートしました。ロケットスタート、6番ロブチェン G1 馬。ロブチェンがまずは一番いい飛び出しを見せましたが、先行争い内3番ガリレアが行きます。2コーナーから周回コース向こう上面に出るところ、3番ガリレアに5番のリアライズシリウスが並んでいきます。2頭並走で向こう上面に入りました。ガリレアが前に出ます。前から3頭目、3番手は4番ディバインウィンド、その後インコース2番イージーライダー4番手、ここでようやくペースが落ち着いたか。6番ロブチェンは前から5番手まで控えました。その後1馬審査で内1番佐野のグレーター、外8番のラベニューです。後ろから2頭目が7番ベレシート、最後方9番里のバンクルです。先頭からおしまいまでは8馬身から9馬身、ほとんど差がなく3コーナーのカーブに入っていきます。最初の800は先頭47秒前後で通過したようです。3、4コーナー中間3番ガリレアが引っ張ります。リード1馬身半、5番リアライズシリウスが単独2番手、2番手と3番手が3馬身空きました。4番ディバインウィンドが3番手、4番手外6番ロブチェンです。内が2番のイージーライダー、8番ラベニュー、その後1番の佐野のグレーター、最後方グループが7番ベレシートと9番里のバンクルです。4コーナーカーブ直線コースに向かっていきます。先頭3番ガリレア、依然リードは1馬身、2番手から並ぶリアライズシリウスが今度は捉えて先頭に入れ替わりそうです。残り400、坂を上ってくる。後続は3馬身差で4番ディバインウィンド、内が入って6番ロブチェン、その後は8番ラベニュー、1番の佐野のグレーターもエンジンかかって、その後ろが7番のベレシートです。まもなく坂を上りきる。200を切るところで5番のリアライズシリウスが先頭、リードを3馬身取っている。追ってきた6番のロブチェン、じわじわ差を詰めてくる。さらにはラベニューと外は7番のベレシートも追い詰めて、3番手からベレシートが前に接近してくる。リアライズシリウス、ベレシート並んでゴールイン。6番ロブチェンは3着、前2頭5番リアライズシリウスか7番ベレシートか。
Now the races are getting a little bit more serious, aren't they? No pun intended. As Realize Sirius has just held on there to secure his second Group 3 victory of his career. Good performance again. This horse, again, they like to send it away, don't they? They don't think this horse will be bereft of a run in the Guineas if it does run. It's beat some good horses that day. It beat Bereshit by a head. That is a horse I've been looking at. Love Chen was a decent Group 2 horse. That was beaten, and Neck as well. Pretty good race, the Kyoto News High might have been. The Tokino Minoru Kinen, whatever you want to call it. Interesting that this race is worth an extra 10 million yen at 3 than the Group 3 at 2 was, 31 million yen. And 41 million yen for this one. But all Realize Sirius could do really was win. and he has now won 3 out of his 4 starts. The only defeat the horse has had is at the level we are hoping he can bounce back in the Japanese 2,000 guineas this coming weekend. Will the horse be able to? Well, it'll be interesting to see, I think, how the horse gets on. Not entirely sure that this one might be less of a Derby horse than some of the others that we have looked at. It's hard to say, but Poetic Flair was the winner of the UK 2,000 guineas over a mile. This race is already over 1 mile 2 furlongs in Japan. The Colts Guineas, the Fillies Guineas is over a mile. So it will still have another 2 furlongs to find should it go the Derby Trail. And then obviously you've got the Japanese St. Leger much later on in the season as well. But for me, I think the Japanese 2,000 guineas could be a key race for this horse, Realize Sirius. And if the horse was to turn up in it this coming weekend, then, like I said, there probably is a very, very good chance that the horse will be seen on classicwatch26.great/site.net. Right, I think I can think about leaving this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody who has taken the time to join me while I make this video and watch it with me. I hope you've all enjoyed it. What else can I offer you in the video? I can offer you an opportunity to look at all the Classic Watch 26 possibles on a YouTube playlist. So in the last 30 seconds of this race, the YouTube playlist will appear of every Classic Watch 26 possible worldwide. That is, all around the world. Some of them not even on the website yet. So why don't you take a look at that? And if you enjoyed this video, well, let's face it, you're over an hour into this video now. Safe to say you did enjoy it. Then why not subscribe to the channel as well? I will be able to give you an opportunity to do just that and subscribe to the channel as well. That way, if you do a little bit of work with your YouTube notifications, you will not miss any of my content moving forward. YouTube will notify you every time I make a video if you set your notifications up correctly. But that's about it, really. I think now I can think about leaving this video. I will offer you that. What is coming up this weekend? Well, more UK classic trials at Newbury. We've got the Greenham and the Fred Darling. They're UK Guineas trials coming up. And there's some very interesting racing coming up, it's fair to say. We've also got the Japanese 2,000 guineas, what we took a look at. A couple of Group 1s in Australia. We've got the Champagne Stakes and the All-Age Stakes tonight. The Champagne Stakes for 2-year-olds, you never know. There might be a Classic Watch 27 possible or 2 lurking in there if the project continues. But for now, I will leave this video here. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. I hope you all had a good week as well. Enjoy your weekend moving forward. Take care of yourselves and each other, everybody. Look after yourselves. And I hope to be back at some way, shape or form to produce some more horse racing content at some point. We've got Stallion in Focus still going. We've got a bit of national hunt racing to review, ideally, before Punchestown. That will hopefully get done in the next 4 to 6 weeks. A lot of UK national hunt racing. So stay tuned across the Patreon as well. Don't forget Newman Racing on Patreon and the YouTube channel. They're the 2 important places. But for now, I will say goodbye. Take care, everybody, and I will bid you a fond farewell. Goodbye.